Anyway, topic number 3 is Venom 3. I knew Venom 3 were happening, and we know they've got them Marvel release dates, and one of them is in November of 2024 for Sony. Venom 3 started shooting. I don't know what the fuck it's about. You know, I'm pretty sure there is some sets down in South America right now. So maybe the film will start off in South America.
Well, that's where he ended up in
Yeah.
the post-credit scene.
But I like Venom 1. I like Venom 2. I'm excited for Venom 3. I'm really excited. I know, Kyle. What are you thinking now? Do you think this is a bit of a quick turnaround? Because it seems like we heard nothing of it.
No, I mean it's getting filmed, isn't it? I mean it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, I will say this though. I mean, the first one wasn't phenomenal, but I kind of like that one. That one has more of it for me. That was more Venomy, like that. That just kind of it was cooler, if that makes any sense. Like when obviously it takes a long time for Venom to get in the movie, but when he shows up, it's like it doesn't hold back, and that's what I love. I loved all the music and stuff, and then in Venom 2, they well, except that shit. But when obviously Venom 2 rolled round, it were like they took all that cool, badass stuff away from Venom and just made him very sort of more of a laughing thing, like something to laugh at, like, I'm not saying Jar Jar Binks level, but it kind of like that. And then obviously you had Carnage, who was the more serious symbiote, because at the end of the day, the symbiotes are characters. Yeah, that's just how I feel on it. I still enjoyed the second one. I really want to get I've got the Carnage hot toy. I've got the Venom hot toy. I want to get the Carnage one. Because they look phenomenal. They look great. Woody Harrelson was great. I hated how that movie was too short.
It was way too short.
It was far too short for what it was.
Seemed
You know what I mean?
rushed.
Yeah, they could have given Woody Harrelson a bit more screen time, give him some more development. Because it could have been a bit more of a compelling story of why he went full, psycho. But unfortunately, they just kind of did that in a weird little animated transition thing. So yeah, I hope that they're able to, don't bring back Venom as he was in the first film. Just do like a nice mix of both, where he's like, he's got the humor, but he's also badass as fuck. Like, because you look at him there in the picture, and then you look at him there in the second one, and it's not the same.
Yeah, going on his self-discovery journey in the second film.
Yeah,
I don't need Eddie. You guys love me.
I like I said, I like that stuff, but there wasn't a balance of it. Do you know what I mean?
It just felt very rushed.
Yeah. So I hope that in Venom 3 we get a bit more development for Venom, because we're not supposed to really love this guy, this symbiote. He is a Spider-Man villain after all. So we'll just have to see what they do. Whether or not a Spider-Man will show up, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Sony are doing, because apparently there's been set leaked photos of Madam Web, and there's a Spider-Man in that, but it doesn't look anything like a Spider-Man. Like the guy in the suit looks like Aaron Taylor Johnson. It isn't him, but it just seems like very random on what they're doing. So
yeah.
I hope this movie turns out to be good. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's probably the best one. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Now, do you think this is going to be the film that's on that November 2024 release date?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, like I said, don't know anything about the story. Could there be
do we know who's directing yet? We don't even know.
I will have a look right now. I don't think Thingy's returning.
Not to not to put to sound bad, but Andy Serkis did good on the action part. Like Carnage looked fucking awesome. The way they did the CGI in that, it was very different from Venom. But like I said, movie-wise, it was very rushed.
Is it's going to be the writer of Deadpool of 2, a woman, Kelly Marshall. Yeah, she's directing Venom 3. So that's interesting. You know, let's just look at.
Very confused about the ending of Venom 2 still. You know, that cop. Obviously, in the comics, he becomes Toxin.
Yeah.
But we never see the symbiote kind of merge with him. It was like it was a deleted scene, or just a missing. It didn't even feel like a deleted scene. It felt like a missing scene. Because you never see any of the symbiotes sort of get on him. He gets picked up by Carnage, I'm pretty sure, but that's about it. But I'm pretty sure like loads of people have been touching, touched the symbiotes and have been attacked by them. Doesn't mean they're going to turn into one.
She hasn't directed anything that's out yet. She's in pre-production on The Ferryman and in production on Venom 3. So, directorial debut. Yes. So, I just hope this isn't like a who was the producer over at Fox that always he like produced everything, but then he directed Dark Phoenix. Simon Kinberg, is it? I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah, so he hadn't directed anything until he did Dark Phoenix. And we saw how that turned out. Now, do you, coming off that then, do you think Venom 3's a good spot for a first-time director?
No. It depends on what they do. If Venom 3 is just going to be a sequel to the last one, just a, there's nothing really special. Kind of like, how, obviously the third film in a lot of Marvel movies, it's usually like the big one. It's usually like, obviously it's the one that ends it sometimes, but it's usually the more crazy and very different from the previous one. So
Quantumania.
Quantumania is an example of that. Civil War, Captain America 3, Ragnarok,
Guardians,
No Way Home, Guardians. And if I'm not wrong, a lot of those films had like the same director going through. But who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe she can do it. Maybe she can pull this off. It's just the last time that something like this happened, I think it was like obviously with Dark Phoenix, and then obviously you've got Iron Man. Whereas the director for that, I'm pretty sure he had done stuff before Iron Man 3, but
Shane Black.
Yeah.
Shane Black's great.
I didn't think he did a good job of Iron Man 3.
I don't think he did a good job of Iron Man 3 either, but Shane Black is a good director. But he also didn't do a very good job with the Predator film that came out before Prey. If you haven't seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang though, watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's fucking hilarious. It's got Robert Downey Jr. in.
So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think, Venom's been a very, don't want to say it's been a very above mediocre franchise anyway. It's been good. So if they can stay good, it won't be disappointing. I'm not expecting it to be the Guardians 3 of this franchise though.
I like to hope that it will be. I like to hope it's going to be different. It's going to be the best one out of the 3. But we'll just have to wait and see because, I would have much preferred, they fleshed out Carnage and they didn't kill him off. And maybe in the third one, he sort of, we get to see Anti-Venom or something like that. Because they're going through all of them and they're doing Toxin in this next one probably. So we'll just have to wait and see what they do.
Yeah. Anyway,